This is the Dreyer podcast, a podcast all about siblings and the people, places, and pop culture that raised us. This is our first episode of the year 2026, and Jacqueline and I have a lot of catching up to do. We didn't talk for a couple of weeks, and in the course of those couple of weeks, our parents came to visit me here in Okinawa, Japan. They created a bunch of podcast content, we talk about it, and then we dive into today's main topic, which we're calling Unraveled. I took all of the transcripts from this podcast, I gave it to AI, asked it to analyze, and because it's award season, to give us some awards based on the content of this podcast. You don't want to miss this one because things go off the rails pretty quickly, and I don't think they find the rails ever again. And then, of course, we wrap up this episode the same way we wrap up every episode of the Dreyer podcast with an unhinged text message from a family member. And this week's unhinged text message comes from me as I was giving Jacqueline live updates on what the AI was thinking about our podcast as I was building out the Unraveled website. And with that being said, head to DreyerDrive.com and the notes for episode 38. We will have a link that leads to the Unraveled website that I built for this episode so that you can follow along in real time. Let's get into this. I see that you are in a new place.
Yeah, sad to say the laundry studio is no more. I've moved down into the basement.
Is that an upgrade or is that a downgrade? It's like we're moving from premium economy to economy.
It is a little bit of an upgrade because I don't have to move the brooms and mops every time I record now, which is what I was doing before. So I'm pretty excited about this one.
And have you got anything set up in there to make it more like studio-ish, or is there just a door and no washer and dryer? And that's really the
There's
upgrade.
A door, no washer and dryer. If I wish you could currently see my setup, my computer's on a ladder in here. I'm sitting on a regular chair, my computer's on a ladder, and I have a ring light stuck to the top of the ladder, and that is my setup right now.
I like it. It's like the Amazon early days where they took like the back, like they took like doors and they made doors into desks, and they're like, we need to be scrappy. You're doing the same thing with the complete unnecessity. Unnecessity. That's what I'm going for.
Maybe
unnecessity
I don't know
of
if that's
it.
the word.
Like, you say, I'm bringing it back to my roots.
Bring it back to my roots. You probably won't hear the ice maker anymore, which is also pretty sad. I'm sure you love editing that out of all of our podcasts when someone goes and gets a drink every time I would be recording.
Or the dog scratching at the door.
Or the dog. She still might scratch at the door. I'm hoping she stays upstairs. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. At least I have a door here in the way between us, and it should be better.
Well, I'm excited for you.
I'm getting serious about podcasting. That's what I'm saying. After 18 months, after 18 months doing this, I think we're gonna get serious about this, guys.
Well, then I think now is an appropriate time to hit you with the Noah New Year greeting, which is Happy New You.
Happy New You, new me every time. I love it. Actually, I feel like she's very wise for that.
And also, it's like we used to chalk it up to her just being like a kid and like just not know. Now she fully knows and she just still does it. Like she knows it's Happy New Year. She knows that, but she's like, Happy New You. Let her be herself. She's
inspiring me by Happy New You. So let her do it. So we've talked obviously since we last recorded. It would be pretty crazy if we hadn't talked since before Christmas. But we have talked and said, oh, I can't tell you this because I'm saving it for the pod.
Yeah. There's been like a lot of like, hi, but also I can't talk. So it's kind of like the intro to this that I don't think like obviously wasn't recorded, but like the first thing I said to Jacqueline, I turned the cameras on, I hit record, I'm like, don't say anything. Or no, before I hit record, I said, don't say anything. And then I hit record because I was afraid that we would miss something, that we would just want to dive right in, share the story and miss something good.
It also said the director has muted you, and I was like, wow, I'm being muted immediately. That hurts. It hurts.
I didn't want anything to leak in.
On an audio medium.
So we haven't talked, we actually haven't talked for maybe for a week.
The last time, I talked to you right before I went to Hawaii. If you remember, I had just gotten a spray tan, and I got I got a really intense spray tan. I had it's like a rapid one, and because it's so rapid, it develops faster. It looks very dark when you first put it on, and so when you call,
offensively so, just for the record, offensively so.
It was so bad. I was so embarrassed, and also when I was talking to you, I was leaning up against my pure white bedspread so that it just like I looked so dark. It was crazy. Rinsing it off was the best feeling in the world. I did have a very nice tan for Hawaii. Obviously it's gone now, but it was good. It was good while it lasted.
It was like some sort of like optometrist test when you were like, when it was like one of those like black and white optical illusions. And the best part is, like, I called my entire family to come and look at you. I'm like,
come see how bad Jacqueline looks.
Come look how horrible this looks. Noah looked at you and was like, what's wrong with Auntie Jacqueline? I'm like, look, it's hilarious, right?
And then you were
laughing.
trying to explain it to Seiko what I had done. You're like, it's a spray tan because she's going to Hawaii. And she was like, I don't understand. And you were finally like, it's a white person thing. Like, white people.
Oh.
And then she was like, white people, when they want to go on vacation, they get a spray tan. It's our culture. It's white person culture is a spray tan.
Well, like, to give you some context, in Okinawa, where we live, I think it's been established, but if you're just tuning in, if you're just stumbling in on this podcast, like, people go to the beach fully covered here. Like, UV arm protection, like a face mask, sunglasses, like some sort of like cape to block their neck, because nobody wants sun damage. They want to preserve their skin. Like, that's really, and it makes total sense. I think US, Canada, maybe some parts of Europe are like, let's damage our skin as much as possible.
Because it looks real good. Looks really good.
But does it though? Like, I think we established...
After you rinse it off. It's fine. It's fine.
But before
that,
when
I got out of because I had Andrew wanted to go get McDonald's. And I was like, drive me to my spray tan appointment. A spray tan takes about 15 minutes. So I was like, if you drive me to my spray tan appointment, I'll take you to McDonald's afterwards. Obviously, I did not have him go in because spray tan, you're in a very vulnerable condition in front of a complete stranger is how spray tans work. And also, I find that spray tans are like Mexican food in that the sketchier the place, the better the product. Okay. So when you get a spray tan, you do not want to go to a salon. You do not want to go to any type of brand or franchise for a spray tan. You want to go to some lady who you've never seen before. In a camper
parked in Walmart.
In a camper van, in a garage that just has like a black tent that sprays you. That's what you want. And that's how you know you're going to get a quality spray tan. So I go in, I get spray tan, I come out and I open the door to the truck. Andrew's been waiting out front. And he just starts laughing. Like, he doesn't even say anything. And I was like, she's going to hear you. She's going to hear you laughing at me. Like this woman doesn't know that I look completely insane when I've left her garage spray tan situation.
I would have called the police. Some strange woman is breaking into the car. Some addict.
And her eyes are really white.
She looks like she's been out on the streets for a very long time.
Truly look like a boot. And then you look like a boot for 12 hours and then you wash it off and it's all good.
Yeah, I think that a boot is a very accurate description. A pair of chaps.
So that's what I did. That's what I did for our break that we just had. What did you do for your break?
Which break are we talking about? Are we talking about like
the podcast break? What did you do for our podcast break? Like that's what's been going on since between Christmas and this moment right now. It was pretty much that I got a spray tan and I went to Hawaii. What did you do?
Well, a lot. So we talked about this as the year was coming to an end last year. So our previous episode that mom and dad were prepping to come and visit us out here in Okinawa. So mom and dad came out here for 3 weeks and we did Christmas. So they arrived on the night of the 25th and they stayed until January 14th. And Christmas is weird because it's not a holiday in Japan. Like, Noah woke up, opened a couple presents, then went to school, and we're like, we'll open the rest later. But then there was so much stuff going on. Like, she's like, can we open presents? We're like, yeah. And then like it became 3:00 and then like 7 p.m. And then it was like time to go pick up Gigi and Poppy from the airport. We're like, we'll just do presents tomorrow. And
wild, actually.
So Noah was an absolute trooper and just like was super patient, knowing that Gigi and Poppy were coming and that presents were likely going to multiply, which they did. There was an offensive amount.
I bet they did.
Yeah, an offensive amount of presents for just 2 kids. Like Seiko and I were trying to be like a little bit more responsible this year and just like, we don't really need, like we've got what we need. We don't really need a lot of things, maybe some experiences, some stuff that we can use as a family. And then all of that just got thrown out the window with every, present you can imagine for a 6, now 7-year-old and a 1.5-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So mom and dad came here. As you can imagine, well, first off, it went really well. I think like there were some exceptions, like everybody was sick except for Seiko and I. Like it was just dad came in coughing, then Naya was puking, and then Noah was puking, and then mom was puking, and then she wasn't puking, but then she was puking again or something like that. Like I don't know how many times it actually happened, but but the whole time, mom and dad didn't know this. I had booked a resort I was surprising mom and dad and Noah on Noah's birthday, which is early January, to take them to this resort up on the northern part of the island. And so like this was booked months in advance, and we were really excited about it because like we wanted to go to the resort. We rented the like golf carts with our rooms because the resort's huge. So like to get around the resort or whatever. And we basically choose resorts on like food, like which resort has the best
100%.
food. So we did that. And so I'm watching this happen. So New Year's Eve, Naya's sick. And then 3 days later, Noah's sick. And then mom is sick. And like my anxiety knowing that I had this
trip coming up.
Yeah, like we had this, and like who's gonna get it next, right? Like it's like one of those like 90s horror movies, like Scream or something.
It's coming
everyone's going down. It's just like what order and how quickly is this all gonna transpire? And so like I was sleeping in, I wish I still had it set up because I would show it to you and we would laugh at just how I haven't evolved from Dreyer Drive at all. I was sleeping on like a single a single bed size futon, Japanese futon, which like goes on the floor, like under a work desk in my office. Cause I was like, I can't get sick. Like I'm the one, if anything, I'm the one who's going to make it through this unscathed. And, anyway, we almost made it unscathed. The girls were fine, but mom got round 2 while we were at the resort, but we were there. And so it was like, okay, well, we made it here. Like now, whatever happens is like, whatever, we made it here.
When I talked to mom, because I called, she'd sent something to my kids. So I called her to say thank you. And we talked for maybe 3 minutes. And she was like, I have to leave. I have to throw up. And I was like, oh, okay, well, have a good time. Enjoy your trip.
Yeah. The nervous system crash that happened afterwards, like I just wasn't prepared for it because like I was just like balled up the entire time, just worrying about that piece going off without a hitch. And like I said, it mostly did. But like as soon as mom and dad left, I think I had like 12 hours between like saying goodbye to them and then like starting work, like back to work from the holidays. And like, I felt like I had run 4 marathons back to back to back.
I just need to sleep.
Like I was every spare minute. I'm like, Seiko, I got to go lie down. She's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Is this not like the chat GPT thread I had open? Because I was like, is this normal? And it was like, Ryan, I'm going to level with you. Like you just survived
You're
it.
not okay.
No. It was like, you survived this, like a parent visit boss. I'm like, well, I did.
Thanks, chat GPT. You're a real one.
So in general, I would say like, very successful trip. We loved having them here. One thing I wasn't prepared for was the level of like, look at my homework assignment or like the grade I just got on my paper feeling I had with Naya. Right? Because with Noah, like they know Noah. For the first 3 years of Noah's life, Noah was at their house probably every single day, right? Like it was just great relationship. They know Noah. Noah loves being around them and they got to experience being with Noah. They've met Naya once, right? Like we brought everybody to Canada, not this Christmas that just passed, the year before. That's all documented in the podcast as well. So Naya was 6 months, but since then she's just evolved into this whole other level of like monster, this delightful, entertaining
I love Naya.
monster. And like mom and dad came here and I just wanted to like show her off. Like, and look at this. We've got this.
Hey, look what I made at school.
Put her on the fridge. Like that was it. Like I just wanted them to experience what we get to experience every day with Naya because she is really just like a joy to have around. She's hilarious. She has this huge personality for a 19 or 20-month-old. I can't remember what I've already referenced it, but she's whatever, a year and a half.
Yeah.
And so like I wasn't prepared for that. How much I was gonna be like, and watch what she can do. Oh, and watch what she can say. Well, it's just a little party trick. Yeah, that's what it was.
It's wild that you're as old as you are and we're as old as I am. And we're still like, Mom, can you please approve this thing? Mom, can I get your approval real quick? That'd be great. Mom.
That's pretty much what it is on a very deep psychological disturbing level. So like, I think they came here, great time. Obviously, like a few stories were developed in the during the course of it. I'll share some of those likely quickly. Another thing I wasn't prepared for was my Netflix recommendations to be as screwed up as the day after.
What have you done?
The day after they left, I was like, okay, I just need to watch some Netflix. I turn it on, and the first like 4 scrolls, all dog movies. It's literally,
I was going to say 100% dog movies, right? Dog movies.
A Dog's Purpose. It's like racing, the art of racing in the rain. Yeah, Hachi, Marley and Me, A Dog's Purpose, A Dog's Way Home, Dog Gone. Like, I'm like, what the heck? Beethoven?
Milo and Otis.
Milo, what is this? This is ridiculous. It's old Yeller.
Turner and Hooch. Let's name all the dog movies we know.
I was like, what were you guys doing every night when we went to sleep? I'm like,
no.
Hey guys, I'm going to bed.
There's dog movies.
Yeah, there's the remote. I didn't realize that they were going to do 5 years worth of damage to my Netflix account because now I can't find anything. Even when I'm like searching. Yeah,
your algorithm's done, so.
Yeah, and even when I'm searching for something that's clearly not a dog movie, they're like, "Nah, we think you mean a dog movie. We know you."
Did you mean Marley and Me? I didn't.
I'm searching for the new Bob Marley the new Bob Marley movie, and it's just Marley and Me every time.
Wrong Marley.
Yeah, so I'll share maybe a couple stories.
I want to know. You had told me that Dad created a podcast worthy story like within 5 minutes of getting to Japan. I don't even think it was 5 minutes. I have been waiting because you wouldn't tell me it off air. It had to be on the record. So I need to know what happened because I've been wondering for like 3 weeks.
And in my brain, I've been wondering how to tell this story. Because there's layers to it that like, not layers to it. There's a few pieces of information that I don't know if I should like pepper in at the beginning so people can like start to imagine like the foreshadowing. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to set this up a little bit. So
set the scene.
If you've ever been to Japan, for our 13 listeners, we've grown. We've grown. In 2025, we've experienced some growth. Japan, in some areas, there's just some great technology out here. And one of the areas that they excel in technology is toilet technology. And so toilets in Japan, even like in public, like you go into a public restroom and first of all, the doors go all the way to the bottom. You sit on the toilet. It's probably heated in the winter months. It plays sounds to like block anything that you might be making in that stall or whatever. It has
what a delight.
Yeah, it has what's called a washlet or toilet shower, which is like a little wand. They call it a wand that extends and it sprays some water up into the bullseye to like just make sure that you're good. Like it's a toilet shower. It's perfect. I can't live without one now after I've experienced this. Like I feel like I am stepping into a third world country when I head back to Canada or need to travel somewhere where it doesn't exist. And so we have that in our house too. Like you come into our house, there's this little docking station of buttons on the right-hand side to control everything, to control sprays and to control the angles, the pressure of it, the heat of it. Like it's all there, right? But there's also on the toilet like tank a flushing handle, the same way that I think every toilet in the world is designed. There's this little chrome handle.
I'm familiar.
Okay. I don't need to explain how a handle on a toilet works.
The toilet works.
Now, granted, our Chrome handle has Japanese characters, one for small and one for big, and I'm sure you can piece together which one belongs to which function in the bathroom. But the other thing to remind everybody of, and you in particular, because you're the only person listening to me right now, is that Mom and Dad have been here before, right?
Okay.
They stayed here for a few weeks just 2 years ago, right? Like, so like,
so they should know.
Yeah. It should be like, and it's also not that part's not that complicated. There's a tank with the chrome handle that looks exactly like the one that you have at home.
Yeah, like even if you haven't been there, you should be able to like
analyze
context
the situation,
clues, figure it out.
I got it. Don't touch this, touch that, right? And so we go and pick up Mom and Dad from the airport. Noah's beside herself excited. I've got a great video I'll share with you. Like, she's like, I can't. She's like jumping up and down. She's like pacing back and forth. So we pick them up, we bring them home. By the time we get here, it's probably like 1:30, almost 2 a.m. So it's been like a very long travel day for them. It's like been like, I think over 24 hours of travel for them. And Noah's already ready for bed. So she goes, she's like, she collapses into bed. She's out cold. Naya's asleep. Seiko comes out to say hi. And Dad's like, I've got to go to the washroom. So he disappears. Right. So now like it's Seiko, me and Mom, we are in the living room. We're about to start like wrapping some presents. And we're talking about their trip, whatever. And from the back of the house, because our house is kind of this just like a long rectangle, and the kitchen and living room is on one side of that rectangle, and the bathroom is all the way on the other side of that rectangle, and it's connected by this hallway in the middle. And I think I hear some whispering, specifically the words, "Can somebody help me?" And I was like, what? I was like, what is this? And I hear, somebody help me. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what is that? You've been in the house for like, I'm like, I'm like, can you guys hear anything? And they're like, I don't hear anything. I'm like, I think Dad's in trouble. And so I go like running down the hall because I can hear like, someone help me. And I get to the second part of our hallway where I can see the bathroom, and all I see is Dad standing up and his back. I don't see what's going on in front of him. And I'm like, what am I about to walk into? And he's like, help me. He's like, help me. And I'm like, what is going on? And so I get to the end of the hallway and I like peer like over his shoulder very reluctantly, I might add, to be like, what is going on here? And Dad has managed to press the toilet wand button while not on the toilet. So the wand is extended. It is now spraying water out of the toilet. And Dad is trying to contain it by holding it as if he's shaking the hand with some government official. So he has his hand on like the toilet wand. It is spraying water through all of his fingers and his hands. It is getting on his glasses, on his shirt, on his pants. There's toilet washlet water everywhere, spraying all over the toilet. And Dad's like, help me. How do I turn this off? I can't shut it off. I'm like, what are you doing? Dad, what are you doing? Like, why? First of all, why would you touch buttons that you don't know what they are? Second, why would your response be trying to...
That's so Dad, though. That's so Dad to just like do some like light exploration of something that he doesn't understand.
What? Like, and so he's holding a water spring ever so like I reach around his other side and like press the stop button. He immediately stops. And the best part is as he's holding it, the wand just like, first of all, it turns and empties the water and then just retracts out of his hand. And he turns around and he looks at me and he looks like he has been in a water fight. Like it looks like he's got like water on his glasses. Was he he's like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I get it. There's lots of buttons. I should have reoriented everybody with this. Like, don't touch any of that. Only touch that. But also, why would you touch that? Why would that be the thing that you... He
just wanted to see. Dad's a curious guy. You know Dad's a curious guy. He just wanted to see. What? Did he explain to you why he was just like whisper screaming help?
Well, because he didn't want to wake the girls up. He's like, help me. I need some help. I need some help. And I'm like, what is any... And so... I played it off cool. I did like, I've learned this from Dad. I'm like, don't worry. I can imagine like happens to the best
happens
of us.
To everybody. Happens to everybody.
No, has never happened to me. That has never happened to me.
You've never shaken the hand of the toilet wand as it sprays water?
Just holding on to it. And it's like still working its way through his fingers and knuckles and just spraying everywhere. And it's also set on the highest spray pressure, which doesn't
you
help.
Know he cranked that dial up. I know he did.
I wonder what other buttons he pressed to get there. And like, I should probably take a photo of it. The picture is like butt cheeks and like a single line that becomes two lines at the butt cheeks.
Okay,
like
so
it's showing.
Like this is clearly some type of spray for your butt.
Yeah, I think you could probably
not for your hands.
Granted, granted, he did have a long travel day and maybe just forgotten like how to operate a toilet. But later that night, I was like, I went out there and I'm laughing. I'm trying to explain to Seiko and my mom what had happened. And I'm like, you know what's going on the podcast, right? Like, and I don't know.
Like, as you're writing it down.
I don't know if they think that I was joking, but I definitely wasn't joking because here we are.
And talking about it right this minute.
The wheeze laughing that I did in the shower just 25 minutes later. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm going to bed. And I just went in, like, I had to like hand against the wall to support the wheezing because I'm like just the whole like, somebody help me. And I get down there and I just see what I saw. It was just absolutely bizarre. And just seeing him like crouched over the toilet, holding the toilet wand.
What are you doing?
And just close the toilet. Like, just reassess this. Like, but why grab it?
Dad's really not someone that you would want in like an emergency situation.
No,
because he's just a really calm, regular person outside of emergency situations. And then emergency situations, he loses his mind. He becomes the least rational person on the planet. You do not want him there for an emergency situation.
And those emergency situations could be anything from going through a drive-through window, going through like the American border, driving
definitely the border,
in your car.
Definitely border is panic.
It could be waking up or being woken up. Like, Dad has never woken up normal. He's always like, what's up?
And all you're trying to do is be like, Dad, can I have a toonie so I can go to the chippy?
Like, so that was one story that he blessed us with. Just a couple more things. Funny, like, Dad definitely was the provider of stories while he was here. A couple more maybe. So
Dad traveling in a foreign country would be a really good like TV show.
Yeah, like we've talked about this, I think, last time or about the last trip too. Like, the level of confidence that he has to navigate and communicate in a country where maybe I have no idea, but maybe less than 1% would be able to have a conversation with. You know what I mean? Like,
he really, like, after we talked about Mr. Bean last podcast, I watched it. I was like, Dad really has Mr. Bean energy.
He really does.
He is a Mr. Bean.
And the way that he speaks would be how people are hearing him.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, like, just the times Dad's like, I've got this. I'm like, Dad, but you don't, though. I've got this. I can speak Japanese. I've got this, man. So we were at the resort first night. Noah wanted to go to this restaurant called Gyukaku for her dinner. Now, Gyukaku isn't something that's only in Japan. You can find it in different parts of the US. You can find it in different parts of Canada. The translation of Gyukaku actually translates directly to like bull horns, I guess, like bullhorn. So like one character is literally cow, right?
Okay.
It's an all you can eat, or can be all you can eat, Japanese style Korean barbecue, right? So you go in there, you order a bunch of stuff, you throw it on a grill, you cook it, you eat it, and you're happy at the end.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, so we're in there and we ask Mom and Dad, we're like, so we can do this a couple ways. One, all you can eat, or two, we can order like one by one. They'll probably work out to be the same. If there's some things that are not on the all you can eat menu that you want to eat, let's just go one by one. But if you are cool with what's on the all you can eat menu, then let's go with all you can eat. It took them a while, first of all, to just like go through the entire menu and like try to like one-to-one compare it. So whatever. But we also have two little girls with us, both who are very hungry, and like we're trying to get dinner done, and it just took longer than I expected. And Seiko's like, can you just ask them? And I'm like, I'm asking them, and we're trying to get it sorted, and they're looking through it. I'm like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. And then the server came, and we thought we were at like the level of understanding of what we were going to order.
Like ready to go.
Yeah. And so Seiko takes over, right? So Seiko takes over and she's like, okay, well, we're going to do first of all, a couple things for the girls. We need some bowls and spoons and forks and some apple juice and blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, and we're going to get, and as she starts to go into the order, Dad just starts talking over her in English. And he's like, yeah, you can just bring us some pork and chicken. And I'm like, but like,
okay.
But also like, in what restaurant anywhere would that be a coherent order? Just bring out pork and chicken. Just bring out the pork and chicken. First of all, it's they have it, but this is also like a beef plate. It's right in the name. Like this isn't all.
What?
But just, you saw the menu. It's mostly, and you just bring out some pork and chicken. Yeah, just bring out some pork and chicken. She's like looking at him, like kind of very confused as to why he's now. And Japan is
why a white man is shouting pork and chicken at her.
And there's also like a very like decided rhythm and order to things like in Japan. Talking over people who are ordering, saying pork and chicken is not the like decided order. And then Mom, I said to Dad, like, Dad, can you just like let Seiko order? And Mom looked at me and she was like, patience. And I'm like, but no, No, this is not how you order.
Actually,
this is not how you order anywhere on the planet.
Every time I hear patience, I actually turn into a CIA agent and I will kill everybody in this restaurant.
Yes, I'm now Jason Bourne, and you are my ops.
Sorry, I just woke up. I just woke up because someone told me patience and I lost my mind.
There was this one night we went out. So we did a couple of these night activities. And one of the nights we went to this international award-winning Christmas lights display. Incredible. It was really, really cool. We got there at the right time, and there's tunnels of lights, and there's these hillsides that are.
You're like, this is gonna be magical. This is gonna be magical for my family. We're gonna have a moment here.
Well, it was magical. We had many moments. It was great. I think we all enjoyed it. It was just really cool. I said that we should have done it before Christmas because it was really that would amp up the Christmas spirit.
Really Christmassy.
So this year we're going to do it before Christmas. And so we're out, we're taking pictures. We're getting towards the end of things. And Dad goes, I'm going to go get a hot chocolate. And I'm like, first of all, where? And second of all, by
pork
yourself.
And chicken. He just goes by himself.
Pork and chicken.
Pork and chicken.
Pork and chicken. Pork and chicken. And so he's like, I'm like, you know what? Go for it. In my brain, I'm thinking he's going to find hot chocolate at some random lights display in Okinawa, Japan. Sure, bud, go. Good luck. Sure enough, he finds a little place that's selling hot chocolate. And I'm like, jeez.
Dang it.
And so he goes up, he gets his hot chocolate. And I'm like, you know what? Now Noah wants a hot chocolate and I want a tea and whatever. So now we're in line and we're going to order. Dad beat everybody to the punch. He's got his hot chocolate. He's good. Right. So behind us.
Was it cold?
No, outside. It was for
cold
Okinawa, it was freezing. I always complain about the cold like crazy. It was maybe 12, 1313 degrees Celsius. Okay. So it's all
right, zip it. I don't want to hear it.
It's chilly. And so I'm freezing. I was wearing gloves. Literally, I was wearing gloves.
Okay, truly, all of your Canadian friends would be ashamed of you if they could see you now.
I was actually wearing gloves and holding a hot tea like this. And so we are waiting in line for our tea and our hot chocolate and bathroom breaks or whatever. And Dad decides to go and venture off by himself. And I'm like,
naturally,
yeah, go for it. And I love that Dad does that also, by the way. I think that is really cool. He's just I'm just going to go. And I'm like, all right, all the power to you, go for it. And so Mom's standing beside me. We're waiting in line, waiting for them to call my number for the tea. And I hear a little bit of commotion behind me. And I also hear, it's a sound that's hard to describe, but I can hear a confused Japanese couple. I don't know how to explain it, but I can hear a confused, slightly panicked Japanese couple in the background. And I can't quite pin how I knew it was Dad, but I knew it was Dad. I knew it was Dad.
Yeah, you hear commotion.
So I turned around and Dad is laying on the stairs of this deck. Where couples are enjoying a romantic date and Dad is laying on the steps. He had just forgotten, not had seen or forgot that there were steps and just walked right into the stairs going up. And he is now on the deck, but he is holding his hot chocolate over his head. He did not spill a drip of hot chocolate. And the sound of confusion that I was hearing was a Japanese couple trying to figure out A, what was going on, and B, how and if they should help. And they were like,
jump in?
And Dad is just trying to work his way to his feet while not spilling a drip of hot chocolate, which he didn't do, which is incredible. He didn't spill hot chocolate. And he comes over.
Hero.
I'm like, Dad, are you good? He's like, I didn't see the steps there. I'm like, are you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. He walked for a limp for a few steps, but Dad did it. He was good after that. It just confused a Japanese couple, and I wish we got the security footage.
Dad is a faller. We know that. Dad falls a lot. He trips a lot. Do you remember when he fell down the stairs at Dreyer Drive and his head went through the wall?
Perfect imprint of his head through the drywall of the steps.
We didn't fix it for years. So people would come over and there's just a perfect circle and it's yeah, that's where my dad's head went through the wall.
I laughed every time going down the stairs because outside of those moments of panic, Dad is the most level-headed, calm, yes. Volume setting on a recording. He only goes between this decibel and this, just never changes.
Very quiet, just...
But he's like a polygraph.
Yeah,
he's like a polygraph. When it does go wrong, it's like
it goes
like
really wrong.
It's like an earthquake coming in. It's like nothing but a straight line, and all of a sudden, that's heart rate in these situations.
Okay, speaking of panic situations, I told you this. So, just a couple weeks ago, we were watching TV and we were eating Werther's caramel because I'm 70 years old and I eat Werther's. And Justin and I were sitting on the couch eating Werther's, and all of a sudden I feel this crunch, this uncomfortable crunch in my mouth, and I immediately know it's my tooth. Like I have lost a tooth in this caramel, but I didn't know how to like vocalize what had happened. So I just start screaming. I start screaming and freaking out, and just like, and I was just like, and I reach into my mouth and I pull out like truly a wad of caramel because I had not chewed the caramel all the way yet, and inside is my tooth, right?
Disgusting. First of all,
disgusting. I was freaking out. I texted you guys and I was like, I'm the oldest person in the world. I'm losing my teeth. Like, what the heck is wrong with me?
And I assume you did it with your like toothy caramel, I don't know, in one hand, and you're texting with your good hand.
I lost a tooth, guys. Just know this is gonna happen to all of us. So as I pull it out and I go to rinse the tooth off, and I'm freaking out about it. And I show it to Justin, and Justin has an implant. Last year he had to go get an implant in, and he had like a bone graft, and there's a metal rod and it's like screwed in, a fake tooth. And this tooth that I show him, it's his grill. And so he looks at it, and the tooth had a pin through it, like a metal pin through it. And Justin was like, "Oh, Jacqueline, it's okay. You have an implant." And I was like, I have no recollection of ever getting an implant. I'm like, okay. Like Justin's implant journey was like a 6-month thing because he had to get the bone grafts put in and whatever. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's not my real tooth, so I don't need to worry about it like that much. They can do something. I'm like, I guess I have an implant. So I called the dentist. I called the dentist and I'm like, hey, I have an implant that came out. And they're like, yeah, bring it on in. So I had to bring it in like a Ziploc bag. Like it was like a little science project. And I go into this dentist's office holding my tooth.
Did you put it back in the Werther's foil? Were you like, guess which one?
Just open it up. It's a little surprise. So I bring it in and I'm like, yeah, here's my implant. And she looks at it and she's like, you don't have an implant. This is your tooth. And I was like, what are you saying? And she's like, yeah, last time.
This isn't even your tooth.
I have no memory of anything she's telling me. She's like, yeah, remember when you had a root canal? They put a metal rod through it just to like fortify it. So that I'm like, well, it didn't work, first of all.
So you're telling me you didn't do your job.
You didn't do your job. I was so embarrassed because the tooth is truly disgusting. Like, I was like, this disgusting tooth. And they're like, yeah, we'll just pop it right back in. I was like, can you clean it first? This is the most vile thing I've ever seen in my life. So they literally just like popped it back in. Like they just put a thicker rod in it, I guess, and whatever. The funniest thing about this is that I've told this story lots of times to people because I'm just like, this was like the most horrifying thing that's ever happened to me is that I like almost ate my own tooth. And I was telling my friend who does my nails, and I get to the part of the story when I'm like, and there's this metal rod through it. And then I say, and Justin has had an implant. And she goes, it was Justin's tooth? And I was like, what? No. And I was like, how would Justin's tooth get in my mouth? I was like,
she goes, and she's winking at you. You're like, no, I don't. We don't tooth to tooth kiss.
How do you eat caramel? I usually just do it solo. I didn't know there was.
You get Justin to warm it up first and then bird feed it to me.
I didn't know that we could like eat caramel as a couple. Like that's opening up some new doors for me. Like,
I had a very similar situation, except I didn't have a rod in my tooth. I was driving to like my office in Canada when I was still living there one day, and I'm driving there. I'm chewing I never chew just one piece of gum. I'm like a child. I'm like, can I get just half the pack?
I do the same thing.
Yeah. So like my minimum is 4 pieces. I'm not joking.
I want it like a wad of gum. If I'm gonna eat gum, I want it to just be like my whole cheek, like a chipmunk pushing out.
I want, when someone asks me or tries to speak to me as I'm just starting, I don't want to be able to answer. Like physically, I can't. I just hold up my finger to be like, 1 second. I got to work this into a talkable state.
I want it to be like, I'm scared it's going to fall out while I'm talking.
Yeah. That's what I want.
And it has and it will.
I want the same thing. So I was driving to work, and like there's where the office is, there's this giant roundabout, and you enter the roundabout, and obviously you exit where my office is, which is the first exit. And so I enter this giant roundabout. As I do, I'm chewing this gum and I just feel, same as you, like a crunch. And the gum got really gritty. And I'm like, what the heck is this? It was my tooth. And my tooth had fallen out in my gum, very similar to your story. And so what I did is I just went on the roundabout. I just passed my exit, rounded all the way back around, all the way back home. To the dentist. Just all the way home, calling the dentist, being like, this just happened. And I went into the dentist to get it fixed. But then that also reminded me of a time where Exeter High School, it was lunch break, and I'd gone out for lunch, but I'd been like in a rush, so I went out by myself and like ate my lunch or whatever. And I remember coming back through the parking lot of Exeter High School, and I had walked to school that day, and I'm walking in to, there was like this from the parking lot, there was this like long path, and then the doors were like under this covered section. And so like I'm walking down the path, and a bird pooed on my chin, like literally, like somehow like cheek and chin, like dodged my mouth, but like both sides of my mouth. And I just,
too close to your mouth.
for way too close. I was gagging, and I was like, oh my God. And like, first just to make sure that nobody saw it, and I just lane changed and just walked right past the school and walked all the way home.
Go to Andy Gale's house.
I think I did. I was like, Andy Gale, can I use your bathroom? And I'm in there just ivory hand soap washing.
One time I was at Exeter, and I was wearing these black pants that I loved, and they were like dress pants. Once I learned to dress like a girl, which didn't happen until I was like 17. I wore Jonathan's clothes until I was 17. And then I got like really into like a business casual look for school apparently. And I had these like zip up black pants that zipped out the side, and I was at my locker, and I bent down to get something on my locker, and I felt them rip straight down the back. And I didn't know what to do. I immediately left school, went to Annie Gale's house, and I was like, Annie Gale, I'm so embarrassed. She sewed them up, and I was
going to say, there is no question in my mind that she sewed them up on the spot, double stitched, better than they were before.
Yeah, they were better when they were before.
You still wear them to this day.
Yeah, probably.
With a little pinstripe vest.
You know, I love a business casual. Like, just around the house.
So, par for the course, this episode has started like every other episode has started, with no focus at all. We've just been pinball wizarding around these
It's fine.
topics.
People love it. That's what the people are here for.
But by the way, so we did a little like analytics check at the end of last year. And one thing, I love burying this in the middle where no one's going to find it. But we did see that there are people in countries that we have no affiliation with.
I have thought about this so much since you told me.
Yeah, that are listening to this podcast. And so like, I guess this is a genuine request. If you are somehow listening to this podcast and you have no idea who we are, like you have no family tree connection to who we are, or you didn't grow up in Ajax and are listening to us to be like, look at these losers, like they became nothing. If you are not neither of those cats, how did you find this? And why are you listening to this? Like, I love that you are. Don't get me wrong. I love this for you.
Yeah, but like how?
I want to know. Like, send me an anonymous. There's an email service called Temp Email, or like just go somewhere where you can like anonymously send me a message if you don't feel comfortable like outing yourself, being like, I'm a real person. Like, please let me know who you are and how you found this and why you're listening to it. I'm genuinely curious.
Like, wasn't one of the countries Finland?
Netherlands.
So
same thing.
Close enough.
Great. Now they're not listening. Great. We just lost them.
I'm sorry, people from the Netherlands. We love you. We love you, whoever you are out there.
I like I said, I just assume it's a cafe that just like lets it like randomly play in the background.
It's like a cat cafe. People are just hanging out, listen to me cackle.
As high can be. Just really leaning into stereotypes. Yeah. So par for the course, we're all over the place, but we did actually have a topic for today. I just didn't know how we want to ease into that topic. And
well, do we want to do our question of the day first?
Yes, I think we need to do that because that is a staple and one of the
that's something
the real reasons.
And okay, let's start with that. And today's question, I actually just wanted to ask you if there's any like pieces of media right now that you really love and want to recommend to people. Like, what are you watching? What are you watching now? What are you consuming? Like, I think that says a lot about a person if you know what they're consuming for media. Not news. It cannot be news. I'm consuming a lot of news that I'm actually dead inside, but something that's making you happy, something that you want to recommend to other people.
Couple things. So
okay, yeah, I have a couple too. So go.
Yeah, so I'm so on TikTok. I still have access to it out here. I don't know what's happening with TikTok on that side of the planet, but I heard that TikTok was broken or not working or.
Well, it's American TikTok now, which isn't great.
Also, like, really? Did you need to? Anyway, so a couple things that I'm like really into. One is people who are coming to Japan and buying the empty, like, abandoned homes for like $60 and then like
what?
DIYing. So yeah, there's this like absolute massive problem in Japan of like abandoned homes all over the place, especially in the countryside. And there's this like group of people who are coming to Japan and buying them for very cheap prices. And then like their dream is like fix it up and like live in the countryside of Japan. And so I watch this with delight for a couple of reasons. And I think that the delight really highlights who I am as a person.
And you're seeing this like on TikTok, like this
on
is where
TikTok.
the content
It's like, hey, we are a couple from wherever, and we just moved to the countryside in Japan. We bought this home for $18,000, and we're gonna fix it up and turn it into this like communal space for creators in the countryside of Japan or whatever. That's like an example of one. And I watch it with delight again, where I believe like I am as a human being. One is the delight of all of the things that they're about to discover in Japan. All of the wonderful, lovely things that you are going to discover, that you just, the more you get into it, the more you uncover, the more you love the layers of the onion, you're just going to love it.
It's like how I keep on sending you Instagram reels of Japanese trade shows for stationery, and how I want to go to one so bad you have no idea. That's
very much on like I watch it with that level of delight. But I also have this like very cynical level of delight where I'm like, they haven't got a postcard yet. They haven't got.
What's that called? What's that? That's a German. There's a German word for it. Is it Schadenfreude, when you delight in somebody else's pain?
Sure, if that's what we're in. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you haven't offended anybody. I stay away from. I don't, because I mispronounce English words. So, but I watch it because I'm like, they haven't received a single postcard from the town office yet. They haven't even seen the tax certificate.
They haven't even done their health checks.
They haven't done their health checks. They haven't got a pension letter. Oh my gosh. The public broadcasting channel person hasn't knocked on their door yet. This is going to be, I want to see those videos. Like it's like watching a based on like a movie that's based on reality, like a real story, and you know how it plays out, and you can't wait for the tragedy to set in.
You're like, you wait until a nurse comes to your door and says you can't have cheese sandwiches anymore.
Yeah, you wait. And so like I'm watching a lot of those videos, just because I'm like genuinely like into like, wow, like what are you buying? How are you fixing it up? What are you gonna do? Like what's your purpose? Because everyone has like a little bit of a different spin on it. So watching a lot of that type of content, I think that
if someone wants to look that up, like what hashtag or whatever, what would they look that up, or where would they
I would suggest the hashtag Akiya, which is AKIYA. We can put it into the show notes, but Akiya is the Japanese word for like abandoned or empty house. So I would search for the Akiya hashtag. It also exists on Instagram, but that's where I would probably start for that type of content. So really into that. And then I'm really also, I know why. Every time it ends up on my For You page, I watch it and I'll watch the entire video. And it's people that are like, what do they call it? Not ungatekeeping, like normalizing videos.
Oh, where let's normalize, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's normalize being 43 and completely like,
not knowing what to do with your life.
Not knowing what to do with your life. Or let's normalize not driving these types of cars. And I love the ones that get like just like deeper and deeper into despair. And it's like,
so normalize not getting out of bed for 4 days straight because of the existential dread.
Yeah. Like that those are the ones I like watching, just because I think one, it helps normalize it. And two, I think it gives insight into like where people are at these days. And so I maybe not, I'm not entertained by it, but I like that is something that's happening, right?
Because it's like the anti-influencer, right?
That's really what like I'm here for. I'm here for that. Like you don't need the whitest teeth. You don't need the newest clothes. It's okay not to have all your teeth in your mouth, as we know. It's okay to have one of them currently in a Werther's caramel. Like, I think let's
normalize your teeth falling out of your head when you're 41 years old, guys.
Yeah, I like that, right? Like, as someone who's spent a very long time like trying to like put on the show, I like anyone that's like showing the magic, like showing the magic trick.
I'm not doing this.
You don't need to put on the show. I like that. And I can just point to like, well, she doesn't need to do it. I don't need to either.
I don't have to put on a show either. And then we get on the podcast and we're like, hello, baby.
Makeup, please. Makeup. Everybody be quiet. Someone get this scratching dog. I'm recording a podcast here.
Can someone please come get Birdie right now?
Yeah, rehearsing lines.
No one can know that I have a dog.
So I would say those are just a couple of things. As I go through, I'll send you a message because there's probably a bunch of other stuff that I'm not thinking of, and as well as like just AI stuff in general. I'm very entrenched,
Brian.
Yeah, sometimes I just sprinkle a little bit of culture. Just sprinkle a bit of culture.
Entrenched is great. Let's keep that one.
Entrenched.
Entrenched. French. I believe it's French.
Jonathan has just stopped the podcast. So yeah, I think there are other things that I'm like, so AI, definitely like into what people are using AI for, because I like seeing like what else I can get it involved with. Like not just like work things, but like where else can I rely on that to make decisions for me and run parts of my life? We
are not the same when it comes to AI. There's only one AI I trust, and we're gonna read about it in our text message. All
right, so that's what I'm into. Hit me with where you're at with the
right now.
Here's
some content that I really love. So first of all, if you're not watching the show Traitors, what are you doing with your life? Traitors is
never heard of it.
Everything to me. So Traitors is a reality show, right? It's usually, sometimes they use civilians, sometimes they use like D-list celebrities. It's a D-list celebrity season right now.
Give us some names just so we can make sure that they never listen to this podcast.
So like Johnny Weir, the figure skater, and a past bachelor who later came out as gay. There's a couple of housewives that are on there. There's people from Dancing with the Stars that are on there. So it's just a real cast of characters.
Okay.
And how Traitors works is they get to this castle. The host is Alan Cumming. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Okay.
Just a whole bunch of question marks so far.
He's the most dramatic Scottish person you've ever met in your life. He's very dramatic. And they're in this big Scottish castle. And they meet all around this round table. I think at the beginning, there's like 20 of them. And they all put on blindfolds. And he walks around the room and chooses 2 or 3 people to be the traitors for the entire show.
Okay.
Now how it works is every night.
Traitors.
Like a traitor.
Traitors.
Yeah, they're not trading.
I thought this was like a Storage Wars.
Yeah.
Like, I'll trade you this car. Yeah, day traders. Like, I don't know. Traitors.
No, traitors. So they pick 2 or 3 people to be the traitors of the entire season. Now, how it works is every night the traitors are allowed to murder someone.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they send out a paper to that person in that night, and they get a paper that says, like, you are hereby murdered, and they're gone from the castle. They do not get to play anymore. Then every other night they do something called a round table where everybody gets together and tries to figure out who a traitor is to banish them that night. And they all vote for who they think the traitor is. That person is banished, but before they're banished, they're allowed to go into called the circle of truth, and they say whether they're a traitor or they're faithful before they leave.
Do the other people hear that? Or is that just
they only know once they've banished them already. So they banish like a faithful person, and they're like, oh, we haven't got any traitors. At the end, they do missions that earn money. And at the end, if there's any traitors left in the group, the traitor gets the entire pot. If they figure out and weed out all the traitors, the leftover faithfuls get to split the pot, is how it works.
And they call them traitors and faithfuls.
Traitors and faithfuls. And so right now there's 3 traitors. The rest are faithfuls. It's been, these faithfuls are extremely dumb and have only voted out faithfuls. And it is a delight and a joy to watch. And I think this is like season 4 right now. So there's lots to watch if you want to binge a bunch of seasons. It is exquisite. It's the most dramatic thing. They always have to do like these missions, and it's like get inside a coffin and like people are going to vote on who they want the most dead or whatever. It's like, or you're going to put your name.
Executive producer, your grade 12 high school girls class. It's like literally like 8 girls together. Like, who would you want the most so dramatic. Dead?
It's people are so and the traders have to, I mean, the whole thing about traders is like, you have to be really good at lying. You have to be really good at like redirecting the groups. They keep really loud, annoying people on because it throws people off the scent. If they already think they're a traitor, they murder. Like, it's so much fun to watch. It is a delight.
This is the dumbest concept for a show ever. Ryan, I might watch it. Just for the record, I might watch it because I delight.
Start with the season 2. I think season 2 was the best one, but it is so much fun to watch.
Well, you and I have different definitions of fun, clearly.
That's true.
I'm watching people restore traditional Japanese houses.
I'm just watching like Real Housewives lie to each other and stab each other in the back. I'm like, yay!
And I think the goal of those shows really is just to produce memes. Like, can we get a screen grab here with a caption?
The faces? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Anyway. So what else you got?
There's always like a little sassy drag queen too.
Yeah,
just like it's spitting lines.
It's so manipulative.
It's so good. Oh, the other thing that I wanted the other content that I'm consuming that I really love is, I don't know if you have listened to, so Clips released an album.
Yeah.
Yeah. In July. Let God Sort 'Em Out.
Yeah. Love the album.
I have been listening to that nonstop. I don't know if it's just the atmosphere where I'm living right now is like, I just really need God to sort them out or what. But this album has been on repeat. If people have not listened to it yet, please listen to it. It is so good. It is so retro to me. It is very like early 2000s listen to it. Like, I don't think we listen to albums all the way through anymore, right? You pick and choose because of streaming. Yeah. And so when you get an album that you can just put on repeat and listen to them and also like hear the thread through the music, right? Does that make sense? Like, I don't do that very often anymore. And so the album, listening to it and hearing the thread go all the way through every single track is so much fun.
It is one of 2 albums in 2025 that I listened to from start to finish in the sequential order. Because what I'll do a lot of times, I'll just grab the new album and I'll just put on shuffle. But I did listen to that album and Chance's new album from start to finish in like sequential order, and then chose my favorites and like replay them or whatever. But yeah,
that's my recommendation is, if an artist releases an entire album, try listening to the album start to finish without skipping around and just see if that changes your experience, because I really think it does.
Resolutions. This is just a resolution.
New Year's resolution. Listen to an album all the way through.
You can do it, folks. And watch Traders, Traitors.
And watch Traders. That's what I listen to good music and I watch trash TV. That's how I like to do things.
That's the line. And yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we've given each other some stuff to not consume. No,
I'm 100% consuming what you're putting out there. I really want to watch people.
I'm going to start forwarding to you.
Okay, thank you.
So we are, like I said, on par for this one. We are almost an hour in, and we haven't introduced today's topic.
Which I maybe will be surprised about.
Yeah, so today's topic is actually a little bit of a surprise for you in terms of the way that it's going to be revealed. So I can take the reins on this one. Very rare.
This never happened.
Never happened before. Preparation. Except
just so you know, I did have a backup topic. It's sitting here beside me. Like, it was just in case I didn't trust you with taking the reins on this podcast, I could take it back.
So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to walk you through the output first. And then if there's time, I can talk to you about maybe some gems that were hidden in the development of this output. So before the holidays, Jacqueline and I were kind of brainstorming how we wanted to kick 2026 off with our Sometimes Do, Sometimes Don't podcast. And Jacqueline had said, well, it is going to be award season when we start recording in 2026. Maybe we should do like an awards kind of thing for the Dreyer Drive podcast. And I said, bet. Let me see what I can drum up from the transcripts of the Dreyer Drive podcast, because I have all the transcripts and I can put them all into a file and we can analyze and we can sort and filter and do all these things with it.
It's a lot of talking. Like, that's a lot of words. The word count is crazy.
I don't think that you actually understand just how much it is. I use the word truly very seldom on this episode. Truly, it is a ridiculous amount of just nonsense.
Why do we talk so much?
That shouldn't exist in the world have been brought up, and you will see it when I go through the way that I got to this output. Like, you will see, like, why are those words that have been spoken by a human being ever?
And it's us. And why are we the human beings?
Yeah, like that's where we're at, really. Like, that's exactly where we're at. So what I'm going to do here is, can you see my screen? What I will do is I will make this available at some point in the next, like, by the time we release this podcast, I will make this available for other people to go through. But I went ahead and I created a little website for the Dreyer Drive podcast called 2025 Unraveled, and taking a little bit of inspiration from like Spotify's
Unwrapped, got it.
Unwrapped, right? Taking a little bit of inspiration from that and making it from stuff that's happened on the podcast. So what I'm going to do here is I want to walk through some of the stuff that I unraveled by going through our transcripts and seeing, like,
I feel like hearing this is going to unravel me, truly.
Part of it will, like some of it. So what I did is, because it's our first time going through this, I use all of the episodes up to this date. So some of it's 2025, but most of it is like for the podcast up to this point. And what I say is we make this an annual tradition that we do the Unraveled. And people are saying, the people are listening, wait, like, you guys are going to continue doing this for years?
So what you're saying is you're doing this for another year. Like, we're committing, guys. It's going to happen for another year.
It might be one episode. It might be 20 episodes, but we'll do it. The next one is actually just a replay of this. But anyways, so we'll go through this. Cut me off at any point in time. Anything that you see that jumps out as entertaining, or things that we need to revisit, or things that you find exciting or surprising. And it's not necessarily all awards. Some of it's just some stuff that we surfaced, and so that other people can be reminded how pathetic this podcast really is, I think, is really where just the definition of shambles. And
I just love this Sweet Baby Angel podcast.
Okay, so let's get into this. Right off the bat, we've got a very common phrase that we use.
It's entrenched. You're entrenched in this.
Entrenched. 35 episodes of over 45 hours of listening time, which means that if you wanted to get on an airplane and listen to this, you could go from Toronto to Japan, back to Toronto, back to Japan again, and you would just be landing as we wrap up the 37 episodes.
And you'd be slowly going insane.
You would be holding a toilet washer going, help me, I don't know. I listen to too much podcasts. Yeah.
Help me.
524,829 words.
Oh my gosh. Like, we need to learn to check our word count here.
37 episodes. That's one episode every time we feel like it, because we know there is no rhyme or reason to when we drop an episode. We're like, should we do this? Nah, kids are sick, taking a vacation, working on something.
I feel like it. I feel like it tonight. Once we've got some good stuff built up, we'll record a podcast.
Fire it up. Get your mics on. We've got 45.3 hours. I talked about that. It's 45.3 hours of sibling chaos. That's nearly 2 full days for people who don't know how many hours are in a day. And what's interesting is if you take the words spoken, that is 5 novels worth of content that we have spewed.
And for what? For what?
For this. It's literally for nothing. It is just for you and I to go to do something like this with. So let's get into some of it. Episode extremes. Episode 5 was our longest. And for those people that can't see this, there are envelopes on the screen that are being revealed.
Oh, like a little,
just a little awards. Yeah. So episode 5 was our longest.
What episode was episode 5?
I wish I could tell you. I'm going to
look it up. I'm looking it up right now.
Wordiest was episode 15. We spoke 18,281 words in episode 15.
What?
There is supposed to be the shortest episode in here, but it somehow got blocked out. This is funny because I think the AI made a very interesting mistake here. It put in 2 envelopes for the most pointless episode and says every episode, literally twice.
Okay, Claude. Also, our 5th episode was about the Adidas brothers.
And that was our longest. Interesting. What about episode 15 was our wordiest?
Episode 15 was about Alcatraz, the brothers that escaped Alcatraz together.
So we must have been talking like auctioneers in that one. If it wasn't our longest.
What a nightmare for everybody involved.
We apologize. Especially anyone that doesn't speak English as their first language. Like, I'll just
I know, and we just like get real excited and talk real fast. And I need Dad to be here writing slow down by the sides of my notebooks. So
I should have put that. That's a little Easter egg I should have added to this, like slow down, scrolling across the bottom. Maybe I will add that before I push this live. Okay, so our most used word on the podcast, what do you think it is?
I might does it count like and the or whatever, or like specific words?
Let's get rid of and the they're not being counted.
So I would say we say like a lot, and I say truly a lot. Like I truly never stop saying truly. So that might be up there.
So you are right. Again, I don't think you understand to the scale of which you are right. So our most used word was, what do you think it is? Like. And
I hate myself.
It's not even close. It is so embarrassingly high. So there's the slide that I've got, the screen that I've got up on the screen right now says use the word like 18,238 times. That's like once every 8.9 seconds we use the word like. How I apologize to
everybody. I'm so sorry. We were educated at Exeter. We cannot take responsibility for this.
South Ajax's finest.
You know what? We're millennials. True. Yeah, that's the other thing. We're millennials. This is just the way we talk. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't change it now.
And so if we want to see how that stacks up against some of the other words, our verbal tick leaderboard, like it doesn't look, I'm just using it like this. It doesn't even make sense to show this in the form of a graph. That's how far. So the word like is used 18,238 times. The word right is used 1,581 times. I feel like I'm the
person who says right a lot. Yeah, like right.
Actually used 926 times. I love, this is very fitting. I don't know should be the theme of this podcast. 546 times. Sorry, 329 times. Put a little Canadian flag.
Very Canadian. Very
Canadian. Truly, 149 times.
Truly, we got it, guys.
37 episodes. We use truly 149 times. That still is a lot. That's 3 or 4 times per episode.
At least 3 or 4 times per episode. Yeah. And I've said it a lot in this episode too. This is really going to skew this year's results.
Unhinged squeaks in there in 7th place. We use that 120. I think that's on brand, right? Very much on brand for the pod.
Yep.
Any ones in there that you're surprised by?
Not at all, because this is pretty much this is like a soundboard of how we speak to each other normally. Like if we were in a radio station, you know how in radio stations they would like have the soundboard and just press the buttons over and over again of different sounds and stuff like that. Exactly. If there was like a soundboard for us, it would be these words. It'd be like, actually.
I lied about the type of content that I'm consuming right now on TikTok because you just reminded me of another one. There's this guy who has this little like soundboard thing. It's like the little like 9-button glowing thing that he holds up on the screen, and he joins random chat people, like with random chat people, and he doesn't talk, and he waits for them to say a few things first, and he records it and then loops it. So like someone's like, dude, are you gonna say anything? And he'd be like, dude, are you gonna dude, are you gonna say? That's really what this podcast should be. It should literally just be like, right? Like, actually, truly, like,
truly.
I don't know. Sorry, unhinged. But what I will say is there are some words that have been filtered out of this list that will show up later, because there actually are some words that were used around the same type of volume, but they deserve their own category.
Okay.
So
can't wait.
What's he alluding to? I don't know what that theme song was, but okay. So moving along, our the Like Bomb Awards. There's confetti on the screen right now for those of you who can't see it. Episode 24.
I'm looking it up. What was it?
645 total likes.
About Saturday the 14th.
All right. I think it's us trying to just come to terms with what it was,
just
right?
Like what? Like what did we watch?
It was like what? Yeah.
Like, what was that?
A lot of likes in that episode, and very few of them were actually for us liking the actual movie.
No,
right?
absolutely not. That's not how we use it.
It was probably paired with didn't, don't.
Like is like taking a breath for me. Like that's how I breathe. I just say like in the middle of it.
Inward breathing the word like.
Like.
All right, moving along. Who do you think we talked about the most in our family?
In our family?
In our family, yeah. Who do you think? So I did have to filter out Nazis because you talked about them a lot.
Ryan, it was in like my backup content definitely had Nazis in it.
We don't need to. For 2026, especially given the way that things have started, we're going to stay fully...
That's going to be my New Year's resolution, is for me to not hyperfixate on Nazis right now. Let's not hyperfixate on Nazis in the 40s. Let's just hyperfixate on the Nazis that are here now.
Can we not? Let's not. Can we?
Current Nazis.
I don't want people coming for me. Who do you think we talked about the most?
My hunch is actually Daniel, which might be a kind of left field. I just feel like we have a lot of Daniel stories between the two of us.
Okay. Well, let's take
that would be my guess.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The family mention leaderboard. Mom, 726 times.
Hey, Ryan, the way I know Mom is listening to this, just smiling ear to ear. She's got a little crown on. She's so happy about this. Mom, I know you're listening. I know you're smiling about it.
That's right. I'm going to rip it out in a second because you'll see why. Dad, I don't know why it labeled him the croissant scented stroke survivor, because it was clearly you. But I think yeah. So I think what had happened is, I think it's just like trying to figure out Dad's whole vibe. And I think it's also
he does have the vibe of someone who survived a stroke, though.
Yeah,
so
because I get it. Yeah. But anyways, there's also like a crossover, I think, between an unhinged text and Dad, where it's making a misinterpretation here. Dan is the chaos king, so he actually has the crown. You'll see why in a second. Jonathan gets no label, which I think is very fitting for Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan wouldn't want a label. He would be really annoyed about it.
Me, I'm the host. Next, you, host and crying enthusiast, which is some foreshadowing there.
I love to cry, guys. It's so much fun.
And Taylor and her butt tumor on the list.
Wait, Dallin's not even on this list. Taylor and her butt tumor.
Yeah, I think because Dallin gets like very sensible drive-bys, being like, yeah, that's Dallin. Or like, Dallin isn't, he's not a real active chaos to the current, he's not an actual current contributor to the current chaos.
To the chaos. Yeah, I get it.
Right? So he gets a lot of like sensible drive-bys where he gets added.
I'm just saying that if it were me, which I'm kind of offended that I'm just above Taylor's butt tumor.
Butt tumor.
That's really upsetting to me, but I guess at least I'm on there.
And so this is a podcast about siblings. And so we are crowning the Chaos King, Dan.
Daniel, I was right. It's Daniel.
443 mentions for Dan, making him the most discussed sibling. He is the Chaos King.
He ruled with an iron fist in our household, so it makes sense.
Sound bites like Daniel energy, so on brand for Daniel. Classic Daniel move. Yeah, Daniel's logic. Yeah, Daniel's logic. Daniel strikes again. This is so Daniel. Those are some of the sound bites. Daniel vibes. Those are all as part of the Chaos King for Dan. And if we're looking at our actual content for the podcast, this is something I was surprised by. 36 out of the 37 episodes have an unhinged text message of the week, which means there was one episode where we missed it. And I think it was probably because of timing, where we're like, we just got to shut this down. I'm late to pick up Noah. You've got a plane to catch or something. But 97% of the content that we push out had an unhinged text message.
I mean, luckily we've got a lot to choose from. The unhinged texts go deep. Yeah,
it's just it's a bottomless barrel of every message could be
it's insane.
Now, if we're looking at something that we were keeping track of, the amount of times I mispronounced the Plantagenets. So that's on the mispronunciation tracker. I got it right sometimes, but also called them the Plantagonists, called them the Plagtagistans, and called them
Plagtagistans from Plagtagistan.
And the Plantagonists, which sounds like a cult on the side of a mountain.
Oh my gosh.
For those of you who are wondering, that was episode number 1.
Episode number 1, which I feel like we need to redo, honestly, because we had no clue what we were doing.
But now we are seasoned veterans, as you can tell.
Obviously, we're very good at this. I've moved studios, so I feel like you can see
we've upgraded to a ladder, balancing a ring light and a laptop.
I'm going to take a picture of this rig once I'm done. You're going to die. It's so funny.
Okay, take a break just here for a second. Anything so far that has surprised you, or that you think we're missing, or that you want to learn more about, or that you're wondering where is it and why hasn't it been mentioned? Anything?
The thing that I'm most excited about is actually like the name, the amount of people that we've talked about and who we've talked about, and how excited Mom is going to be that she's number 1, even though I guess nowhere did it say like if we talked negatively or positively about people, did it?
What we should do is like a plus
like
minus. We should do like a plus minus on like positive and negative connotations, because we can do sentiment analysis via AI.
That's what I meant. Like, we've mentioned it all, and not all of it has been like, not all of it is wearing a crown worthy. So yeah. That's what I'm saying.
What I think we should do is some like word association. What we should do is like some word clouds for the family on the next one. And the best part is
a good idea.
This is now recorded. There will be a written transcript of this that we can actually use at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Word clouds would be great.
So moving along, we've got the McDonald's index, which is the number of times that McDonald's has been mentioned on this podcast, a total of 119 times. We had an episode dedicated to McDonald's.
Right now, there is a podcast called American Criminal, I believe, that I listen to, that is doing an entire season of just the McDonald's scandal.
I want to be in someone's footnotes. I want another podcast to
Where'd you get this from? You got this from me?
The Dreyer Drive podcast. What?
It was us. I also associate that, for some reason, that episode, I was folding laundry when I listened to it. And it was back when, like, I would always have to listen to the podcast even before you post. Now I don't listen to it before you post it. I
don't listen to it at all. I'm not even one of our listeners anymore.
But we used to send it to me and say, listen to it, and like tell me if there's anything we need to pull out or whatever. And so I was folding laundry listening to that one. And so in my head now, like, McDonald's and laundry are like linked forever. And it's like I Pavlov dogged myself into every time I do laundry, I have to have McDonald's.
Sorry, so Hunt, I'll be back in a second. I just got to fold laundry. But what do you mean outside? No, I got to get McDonald's first. What?
Large fry, large Diet Coke, and then I can do the laundry. Like, you want your laundry done? You know what it's going to take.
Just greasy fingerprints on everybody's satin pajamas.
There's salt on everyone.
So for those mathematicians who are looking at this, we mentioned McDonald's, mainly Jacqueline mentions McDonald's, once every 23 minutes, 3.2 times per episode. And the only time I mention McDonald's is when I flex that I haven't been to a McDonald's.
You haven't had McDonald's?
Since the year 2004.
I would bet that the ratio is probably like I mentioned it 110 times and you mentioned it 9. Like, that's how much. I mean, I talk about McDonald's in my daily life quite a bit. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting how much, to the point where Noah will, like, when we talk about favorite foods as a family, like, we're like, what's your favorite food? Noah will be like, Auntie Jacqueline's favorite food is French fries from McDonald's.
She's right. 100% she's right. I was doing something the other day where it was like a painting.
Hold on, let me go back.
Oh my gosh, the hamburger. Nope. So I was painting something, and my idea was I'm going to paint like a plant pot because I was going to make it like really cute. I have a lot of plants. I was painting something.
Like a canvas? Like you were just spinning
No, like I was painting like the front of a journal. Like I had this journal. Because I wanted to make it nice. It was like a craft paper journal. And I was like, I'll make this cute. Your
paintings make it nice?
That's what I thought was going to happen. What happened was I was trying to paint a plant pot with like, I was going to like do like a fern with like leaves coming down. And when I painted painted the bottom of it, I looked at it and I had painted it like yellow. And I'm looking at it and I was like, this just looks like a hamburger. So I just pivoted and painted a hamburger on the journal instead, because it just looked like a hamburger to me, which I feel like I'm just like Homer Simpson. Like everything kind of turns into a hamburger. Everything that I look at slowly cartoon turns into a hamburger.
I'm so confused at the level of boredom and inactivity that you would have to hit to be at a point where you were like, I'm just going to paint the front of my journal.
I have kids.
And make it good.
I did want to make it good.
What world are you living in?
Here's the thing. I wanted to make it good so I could show Addie. So Addie's my kid who lives in Ecuador, and she is very artistic, like incredibly artistic. And so usually when she's here, anytime I need anything artistic done, I'm like, Addison, can you just like whip this up real fast? Like, hey, Addie, I need a plant pot. Go throw it on your pottery wheel. Like, she'll do anything. And so I was like, I'm going to paint this. Aaron was there. I was like, I'm going to paint this and I'm going to show Addie, and Addie's going to be so impressed. And then all I had to show her was a painting of a hamburger.
She got it from my DNA, right? I got it somewhere within me. It is within my reach.
It's genuinely upsetting. It's genuinely upsetting that I have zero talent in that area.
I want to see the TikTok of that. That would be on my For You page. Someone was like, so today I decided to paint a pot of a fern on my journal, and just watching the frustration progress to the point where screw it, a hamburger. This is a hamburger.
And then I flip it over and turn it into a hamburger.
Like one of those art reveals, they flip it upside down. It's like MLK, and you're like, MLK.
I knew what I was doing.
Okay, cool. So let's move along. One thing that was very surprising about the McDonald's index is we are two Canadians who have our roots in Canada, although neither of us live in Canada right now. But the McDonald's index is very interesting when we compare it to Tim Hortons mentions, which is 119 mentions for McDonald's, 6 mentions of Tim Hortons for a ratio of 20-1 that gets us the un-Canadian stamp of approval.
Wow, that's really rude. I'm upset about that. I'm sorry. Apologies to Tim Hortons. I will say the last time I was in Canada, Tim Hortons had butter tarts, and they were incredible. They had no reason to be as good as they were. So kudos to Tim Hortons. You really cracked the code on a butter tart.
We requested Timbits from mom and dad. We're like, just buy them in the airport. They will stay fresh for the 24 hours. Like, just please. And they forgot.
Carry them onto there.
They forgot. All I wanted was I just wanted some birthday cake Timbits.
Sometimes you just need one. Or the peach drink from Tim Hortons, which is my second favorite thing from Tim Hortons. It like burns. It's so flavored. It burns going down. That's what I love about it.
It's one of those ones that just makes your mouth taste sweet for like 6 hours after.
It's so much sugar, and I love it.
And then your tooth falls out, literally.
Yeah, I mean, it probably explains why my teeth are falling out my head right now.
I can't understand why where there's caramels drinking a gas station peach drink.
Give me some dentures.
So we are just over the halfway point here, and we got to pick it up. But let's go into the Taylor. So Taylor, we already know, was mentioned 74 times, but there is something else, and I think we know what's coming. Her butt tumor.
Why did we talk about it?
31 mentions of Taylor's butt tumor, and it was mentioned in episode 22, 28, and 31.
Nice pictures. The funny thing about us talking about Taylor's butt tumor so much now is that when she was alive and had a butt tumor, it was the thing we wanted to talk about at least, because people would come over to the house and we were like, don't look at whatever you do, don't look at Taylor's butt tumor. It's not there. We're not going to look at it. And now we're just like, remember Taylor's butt tumor? It's part of our family. Yeah,
we're like Eminem on stage in 8 Mile, where he's like, I am a piece of white trash. I say, like, we're embracing it now.
Now I'm okay with it.
Years after, and we're like, for podcast clout, we're like, butt tumor, butt tumor, butt tumor.
Look, I've had a lot of therapy since then. I feel like I've really processed Taylor's butt tumor and what it meant for our family, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
If we have time for some BTS, I will show you, or I will talk about a couple of the iterations of this slide and some of the conversations that I had with AI to get this to its level of perfection. For those of you who can't see it, there are peach emojis just flashing all over the screen. Okay, so this was something I found interesting. So Jacqueline mentions crying, or actually cried on the podcast. We mentioned you crying 158 times in those 37 episodes. And the quote that it pulled out as your most like iconic tear quote or crying quote was, I think 2 episodes ago, it was like November, and you were talking about missing Addison for Christmas, and you're like, I will cry every day until Christmas. And there was still like 78 days until Christmas.
And guess what, dear reader? I did.
To my word.
I did. I cried so much. I cried in a Target. I cried at home. I cried on walks.
A gas station.
Cried at McDonald's. Like there was no place was safe for me to not cry.
Folding laundry with salty, greasy fingers.
The salt from my tears, the salt from the fries.
All right. Main character syndrome. So we mentioned this in 34 times in those 37 episodes. So I think that's pretty fitting that in like almost 1-to-1, we mentioned that we are the main characters.
Yes, in the podcast, as the main character.
Yeah, we're the main characters. So that tracks.
That makes sense to me.
We've got this quote that was pulled up by AI to drop in the middle of our podcast, middle of the recap, which is, it's a mental issue with all of us that we believe we're the main character of every story. So that was the diagnosis of where we land. All right.
Which is weird because there's 5 of us, and it's like, there's no way that we can all be the main character. So we're constantly just clamoring for the spotlight in our family.
Clamoring to create our own podcast where nobody can disagree, I think is really.
And we are the only ones that control the narrative.
Yeah, like we're in full control. So, okay. So let's get through this. So one thing that was interesting about this podcast, and this is what I was alluding to a little bit earlier, where there are some words that were mentioned a lot. Our podcast is surprisingly morbid for a podcast that's supposed to be like lighthearted and about like childhood nostalgia. I want you to pay attention to what's happening on the screen right now and explain to people as we're doing it. Can you see what's moving around on the screen right now?
I'm just seeing numbers.
So, but flashing. Can you see my cursor? It is a flashlight. And so we mentioned the word ghost 55 times.
That's why they're being, that's so cute.
13 times we mentioned something being haunted. 60 times we mentioned the word kill or killed, which we did
do the Menendez brothers episode.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it was in the vein of like B just killed my vibe. I think this was definitely, or B don't kill my vibe. We're talking about
people actually killing
murdered.
People.
Murder was the next one on the list, 30 times. And death, dead, or died, we mentioned 293 times.
I don't think of myself as a morbid person. Also, like I feel like I check myself often to not say like, "Ooh, I just want to like murder that guy," or like, I don't want to say that anymore. And clearly, I'm not doing a good job.
No, you put this together. We are at like nearly 500 mentions of something that can be mapped back to murder, death, kill.
Okay, we are going to be suspects in something. There's gonna be a documentary about us. They're gonna say that we lit up a room and then that
with a flashlight. It was a dark room. We lit it up because we were looking for dead bodies that we stored.
This is gonna be in like slow motion while people talk about us in the background.
Freezing frames and like circling. Like, look at the way they laughed at this casually.
Holding a knife.
All right. Top 3 most unhinged texts. Brace yourself. Yes. I think this is up for debate, but there are some in here that I think we're clear winners. Jacqueline's stroke scare. So this is the one where Jacqueline texts the group, wondering if you were having a stroke instead of calling a doctor, where you kept smelling croissants, forgetting that you had plugged in a croissant scented air freshener.
First of all, what possessed me to buy a croissant scented air freshener? That's crazy work.
It's the layers of unhingedness, I think, that makes this one a qualifier. Like, you bought it, you plugged it in, you forget that you had bought it and forgot that you plugged it in, you smelled it, thought you were having a stroke, texted us about it prior to actually, first of all, going through your memory and remembering.
No. Can't rely on that. I can't rely on that.
Or calling somebody who could help. So
imagine me calling a doctor though about that and be like, so I'm at my house. I can smell croissants
everywhere.
They're like, please hang up the phone.
Number 2 on the most unhinged texts from a family member was a comment that Dad left, I believe, on Facebook. And it said episode 25. I'm not sure how correct that is, but the quote was around Mom getting beer puke in her hair and motorcycle helmet she was carrying on her arm. Compliments of the drunk guy high up on the ride.
Not the beer puke. I'm surprised that puke didn't show up on our most used words, honestly. We talk a lot about barf.
So it was on the list, but we trimmed that list down to a top 7. I think it was actually in the top 10 for us.
Like the next one. The next one was just barf.
Yeah. So the number one, the top unhinged text message from a family member came from you when talking about dad visiting your house, playing the game called Ransom Note. So dad was playing, the prompt was, what's something you'd be embarrassed to go to the doctor about? And dad's answer was, drumroll please, crusty, damp panties. And the animation that I selected for that is like stamping word by word on the screen.
I'm sweating so much right now. These are all my least favorite words, and I'm having to look at them on a screen and then remember that dad is the one who created them.
And the fallout from this
I can't look at it, right?
The fallout. I definitely have to put a video of this up for this one, and I will also, like I said, I will make this site available for the public to peruse.
Lucky you.
The aftermath of this was Jacqueline saying, first of all, we do not say the P word in this house. The kids were making retching noises, and he said it out loud too, like it was a foregone conclusion, like an actual medical diagnosis.
He was really proud about that one.
Okay. So the awards, the final awards, the reason that we're actually here and going through this, the awards were number 1, the unhinged text of the year goes to crusty damp panties. We just
so I get to have that. Does dad get that one or do I get it?
I think it's one where like one of you is on the podium and you get it, but you're like, no, give it to him. And he's like, no, give it to her. And then you both grab one handle of it.
I accept it in his honor.
Accept it in his. It's like when Macklemore gets up, he's like, Kendrick should have won this. This is what it is. Okay, so the next award, Jacqueline Crying Achievement. We had 158 references.
Another one.
I think 2 actual instances where you cried live on the podcast.
Okay. And it happened before and it will happen again. So,
so something to look out for 2026. The Daniel Scheme Award. So we mentioned Dan was the king of chaos. His scheme to combine Christmas presents, or I guess our boxes of cards. This is probably 2 episodes ago, where Dan was like, "Hey, why don't we combine our cards so that we got for Christmas, so we have like the ultimate collection?" And then upon revisiting the collection, noticing that all of the high value cards were gone because Dan had sold them and now profited from the sale of those. And I was the owner of a blank card binder.
Daniel would be here to accept the award, but he is late. So
I'm on my way, guys. I'm on my way.
Proud of him.
The Golden Arches Award, we know this, 119 mentions, 20-1 ratio versus Tim Hortons. We need to boost that for 2026.
Okay, I'm counting at my. I'm like imagining myself with all the Krispies. Like, you know, when there's like one person who wins all the Grammys that year, and they always take a picture of them like holding them. This is me holding the Krispies Award. I'm racking them up, guys.
The post-event press conference where you're holding all the Grammys, and you're like, who would know? Who knew? Like the Emmys or Grammys, whatever you choose, which one you want. I think the Grammys look a little bit cooler as you're holding them,
because they're wide and short, right?
Yeah,
they're just like when you're
Yeah. So the last award, which we'll end on here before just kind of wrapping up, is this one. And I just want you to pay attention to the slide, this screen as it unfolds, and then we'll talk about it. So the last award is the mentions of our own podcasts. 666 times.
Oh no. Jackpot. Ding, ding, ding.
So again, for those of you who are not watching this unfold, there was like a slot machine, and it unveiled the numbers
on
666.
Wow.
I am not making that up. We mentioned our own podcast in those 37 episodes 666 times.
Oh no. Okay, so how many times is that per how many I'm gonna do some math here, guys.
It's like 20 times per episode.
How many episodes are there?
37. Like give or take, right? Like back of the napkin math.
We talk about our own podcast 18 times per podcast.
Like, that's so sad. But for those of you thinking that we are high on ourselves, for those of you coming into episode number 38, just getting started as part of your New Year's resolution to give creators with 0 followers a little bit of spotlight in 2026. For those of you who are dropping at this point, most of the time we are doing things like this. Our self-aware moments come in the form of, this is bottom 5 podcasts on the entire internet. I say it with pride. Our next one, no one's listening, often mentioned. And why do we always talk about puke on this podcast?
Yes, we got it.
Just some mentions.
Buzzer beater
of our podcast. And that, my friends, or my friend, or my sibling is
Jonathan.
2025 Unraveled. Thank you for listening, and for the Netflix executives, movie producers, and anyone who has made it this far, you're welcome.
That was fantastic. What an actual delight that was. I'm going to, like, it's bedtime here. It's like, what time is it? It's 10:40 here. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm going out on such a high. Like, you have no idea.
It was like when we were like younger, and we would go to church, and there was this thing, and it was called like the special kid of the week or something like that.
Oh my gosh, the special child. The
special child award. And they would go into like describing the child before announcing it's like the kid's name. It'd be like, and this kid
this
can draw really good, paint really good flower pots and ferns. And then it'd be like Jacqueline Rochelle Porter, and everyone would be like,
and then you'd like get to walk up and get a certificate.
Yeah, and like a pasta necklace or something.
If someone did special child to me right now, like, I would simply pass away from the bliss. Imagine.
I just spent 35 minutes going through how we are the special children. This week is a special week. We've got 2.
This person cries a lot on the podcast. This person really loves McDonald's. And this person, Ryan,
says like a lot. They say like a lot. They had to scrub 3 episodes because Jacqueline was borderline offensive.
Borderline? No, I was full offensive on those 3 episodes.
We scrubbed them. They were only I
want people to know like how you have protected me from myself.
Your public image.
In my public image in some of these episodes.
It's selfish. It's me, because my name is attached to this. I'm not thinking of you at all. I'm like, Jacqueline's going to get me in trouble.
Like, if I go down, you're going down with me. Sorry to say.
Well, thank you for that.
Sorry to say, add another sorry on there.
Sorry. But I did want to just share with a couple of notes, and maybe we can even like look at this in a future episode as well. But I did want to go back to just a couple of things that were actually discussed during this episode, or during the preparation of this episode. What
do you mean with Claude?
With Claude, and I used Lovable to build out this like
okay, so this will be the unhinged text that I believe. Let's use this as the unhinged text, because you talking to your AI about us is pretty unhinged.
Okay, so it was building this site for us, but I realized that the butt tumor animation slide just wasn't where I wanted it to be. And
what was it?
So I was just like, it just had like the one peach emoji and like had like just static text in there. I'm like, nah, it's not.
You're like, we need more.
So I mentioned that there was a missing butt tumor animation, and that it wasn't a good enough reveal. And so Lovable had responded to me this. I need to add a special butt tumor animation. Based on the plan, there should be a dramatic reveal. Now let me add the butt tumor slide handler. Like, this is technical talk. Now let me add the butt tumor slide handler. I need to insert it between the existing slides. And then and then it gave me like a list of all of the updates that it gave. And it's like trying to be technical while adding things like butt tumor animation in there. And one of the check marks was item number 9, butt tumor tracker, new component added with bouncing peaches animation. Like, this is where...
What is happening? You were on a list. You understand you're on a list. The greatest thing about AI is that as you're speaking to it, right? As you're having this conversation with it, it is now aggregating that information and adding it to its like list of things to talk about with humans. And so I feel like Taylor's butt tumor is going to be like spread amongst all the AI users because now AI is like, this is how humans talk, right? Like
pop culture 2026. Anybody asking about like what we need to be discussing on our recommendations for our podcast can be like butt tumors. Be like, what? What is this?
You want to talk about butt tumors?
In the show notes, I think what might make sense is adding a couple of
picture of Taylor's butt tumor.
No, we're not going to do that. Claude picked up on a couple of other things that I didn't add into that like build for this week, but I will add maybe a few more behind the scenes pieces in there outside of Lovable, like very seriously trying to figure out how to come up with a butt tumor component for a website. But anybody who wants to see this for themselves, I will post a link in the show notes on DreyerDrive.com on the episode, the post that goes with this episode. And I'll drop it in the show notes. So if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or whatever, it should be in there. But that's what I've got. I don't know if you wanted to add anything to this. This
is what I want to add for my Unhinged text is like, as you were working with Claude, you were letting me know how things were going. And you said it's literally, you said, Claude told you when you asked it to go through 45 hours of this podcast, Claude said, this is going to be fun. Let me dive into 45 hours of Dreyer chaos and start mining for gold. And then you told me it's literally having a fun time doing the analysis. It keeps reading things by itself and making comments. And here's the thing about that. Oh, he also said it was incredible data. Here's the thing about that. Claude is AI. It's a robot. It's not a real person. And I was still extremely flattered that he found this so interesting.
All it do is give me status updates, line by line, like currently consuming this page, currently like extracting this, currently running this, but it gives like updates like, in the model. But so anyways.
It's like Claude. And in the show notes, I will post the GIF that I sent to you of Alexis from Schitt's Creek looking very flattered because first of all, I resonate deeply with Alexis. I feel like she is the person most like me on TV, but also I'm so flattered that a computer found us interesting.
2026, we are here. The doors are wide open, and we've obviously set
Claude is having the best time of his life.
We've obviously set the tone. We've set the bar very high for the rest of this year by spending an hour of the podcast where we talk about ourselves, talking about nothing but ourselves. And the but is a double entendre.
Personally, I had a great time.
Loved it. Loved every second of this. All right. Well, we will run this back in 2 weeks. And again, go and check this out. And for those people who have stumbled on this podcast, my call to you again,
please,
let us know, like, who are you and how and why?
But, and like, please know, we love you. All right. We can't help but love you.
If I want to sign off on this, I just want to sign off by saying, like, see you like next time, like.
See you like next time, puke.
Puke, butt tumor. Bye.
Bye.